Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sunday afternoon. This is Hairy Muppet, and we are going to be casting a Masters League game. On the top right, we have our Terran player, Xenos, and on the bottom left, we are going to be having our Blue Zerg player, Kicker, who's from the Deadly clan, so that sounds pretty sweet. I believe I have cast one game of Xenos before. He may be the one who's uploading these replays, so we'll see if he does as good as he did in his previous game, if indeed he did win his previous game, which I can't remember. But yeah, hopefully he did win that game, and hopefully he does put on a very good show this game. I'm sure both of these players will put on a very good show because, of course, they are in Masters League. So we expect very, very good things from all players in Masters League. Now, not too much special going to be happening the first 5 minutes. Just random standard sort of stuff. But yeah, I actually got our first fan game submitted yesterday or last night or something. I just finished casting that, so that'll be uploaded probably shortly before this one, because it's probably a bit shorter than this game. So you'll get to check that out, and I encourage you, if you've got a game that you really want me to cast, and it's a good game, it's not like a dopey Cannon Rush or something like that, then by all means send it in, because I haven't got 100 games waiting to be cast. I just cast all the ones I got, and then I go out and I get 10 more or so. So if you guys want to send me replays and they're good games, then that makes my job easier, and you guys get to you know, you get to see your own games, quote, professionally, unquote, being casted by somebody. So yeah, it's everybody wins pretty much. And yes, not much going on here. Spawning pool coming down, a hatchery coming down, and a fairly early command center coming down. This is the 3-minute mark he's building this command center, so that's very, very early. I would not be surprised to see a bunker coming up here and then putting some Marines in front of it to get some sort of defense going. We'll see what that happens. Look at this, this bloody first Overlord isn't even reached it, and he's already building it, so that Overlord's just going to be like, whoa, what the hell's going on here? But yes, we do have the standard Ling Gate going on here from the Terran player. Always an exceptionally good idea to build this if you're facing against a Zerg player. The only thing, you build the supply depot straight away, you move from the supply depot into barracks, and depending on how scared you are, you either build the supply depot with the same guy who built the barracks. Sorry, somebody's doing something there. And then, or if you're really scared, you can actually get a second SCV down to build this supply depot while the barracks are still building. And that's probably what you need to do for a 6 pool, but for most players, they just have one SCV build, bang, 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 and that usually sorts itself out without too much trouble. Anyway, we've got a whole bunch of workers going on here. He's building a factory now. The Zerg player has responded to the quick expansion by going for a quick third, so this is going to be great for the Zerg player. And where's my income tab? He's 22, but you can expect him to just explode drones all over the place in the next few minutes, because that is how he's going to pull ahead of this early command center. You can see the the Terran really putting out a fair amount of workers here. He's constantly building 2, so his income is going to go right up, and the Zerg needs to be able to surpass the amount of workers that the Terran is producing. And right now he's getting there, but he really needs to start pushing it out. He really needs to get like 6 or 7 workers out, just boom, and just get income all over the place. Just turn this side of the map into like an income orgy or something like that. Yeah. So, but he is going for a bit defensive. I'm guessing he's going to get some roaches out, maybe do an attack over here, and depending on how that attack goes is how we decide to build a lot of drones. If he goes in here, he destroys, where was this guy's SCV just doing a quick scout, so he knows about the third. He's got some Hellions coming up, so he's going to do some harass on it by himself. But I was about to say, the Zerg player, get some roaches, go in here, knock out this bunker, knock out the Marines, go in there, get chased off by whatever the Terran player builds up, and then builds a crap load of drones because he knows he's doing alright. But here he goes, he's going for that push I just talked about, but oh, the timing is just so bad for the Zerg player. He's got this queen, and the queen might be able to scare him off, but the Hellions are going to do so much damage. So yeah, that's very bad timing, and looks like the Terran player is getting ready to defend this. He's just going to push it off. The Zerg player isn't going to press his advantage. He's too busy worrying about these Hellions. He's barely done any damage to them. They've done a very good job of staying out of the Queen's reach. And meanwhile, they've killed like 10... What are we looking at here? That one's got 5 kills. That one's got 3. So about 8. They got stuck back there, which was quite a nice job. And this Queen's moved up the ramp to go after them. And this guy's going to get another few kills. This is a phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal Hellion harass from our Terran player. He's done such a good job. I mean, if we have a look at units lost, alright, so 8. He did quite a bit of damage. I would have thought he'd kill more than 8, but 8 is still good. 8 is a very good number, and all the Terran players lost is these Hellions. And now he's going to go in. He's got 4 Hellions. I don't think he's got Blue Flame, but these guys are still going to do a crap ton of damage. Don't attack the Queens, attack the workers. The Zerg player really needs to do something about that. He really needs to get some spine crawlers down in the mineral line, maybe. Bunch more Queens. I mean, the Terran is just laughing at him at the moment. He went in with Hellions, he did a crap load of damage, and then he's come back in with exactly the same unit, and he's doing even more damage, exactly the same way. And the Zerg is really just not handling this very well. I mean, spine crawlers, maybe a whole bunch of lings with speed to be able to trap them in the corner. Roaches are good, but roaches are just slow. So yeah, I'd really say spine crawlers. Just spine crawlers, 2 or 3 per base. Ward off these Hellions. You really needs to do that at the moment. He's lost so many there. 19. That is actually 19. I believe they were all workers there. So that is just absolutely phenomenal. I will give him props though. He has built up workers like you would not believe. He's still actually in the lead as far as workers go, and he's managed to keep these roaches alive. He didn't go in there and do an all-in attack like he was planning to, so these roaches are still there. But these are the roaches that were there 5 minutes ago. So very nice Widow Mine attack there. I don't believe he has an Overseer. One's coming up now. Should be able to take these out before they come up, but I've got to think that the Terran has got the advantage right now. And the Zerg, massive props for keeping his harvester count as high as it is after that Hellion attack, but that had to have put him behind. I mean, if we have a look at the units, 80 to 83, fair enough, he's still doing well, but I think the Terran is still ahead. He's got Widow Mines, he's got the tech up for the Starports and the Vikings out. He's got both the 1-1 upgrades going, and he's getting all these buildings up. So he may not be ahead in units, but he's ahead on tech. He's ahead on production capability. The Zerg he's only just got into lair tech. He's going for a Spire, but I'm not sure what a Spire is going to be able to do with this massive amount of Marines. He may be able to do some harass, but I don't think this Terran player is not going to build missile turrets. As soon as he spots the Spire, and I mean, he could be scanning all over the place for all we know. I like this positioning here because your scan's obviously trying to scan the back of the base. So this might go unnoticed for a little while, but I don't think it's going to go unnoticed forever. What do we got going here? Just a couple of Viking hit squads flying around the map, taking out Overseers, Overlords. So that's going to be fine. That guy has 200 health with 1 armor. This guy has 200 health with 0 armor. So the Overseers are able to survive a bit more. He's still got these roaches going on. He's pushing up his unit count. He's getting more and more roaches, which is a good thing, but yeah, look at these Marines, all the Widow Mines and the Medevacs. I think the Zerg player is not in that good of a position right now. He's got a lot of roaches, but I don't think the roaches are going to be able to do what they need to do to this Marine army. I think the Marines have the roaches number here, definitely. And my god, that splash damage off the Widow Mines on those Marines, that was not stim, that was splash damage off the Widow Mines. He just shot himself in the ass there with a Widow Mine catapult, and that was not pretty at all. The Terran player really could have done more damage, could have wiped out this base perhaps with those guys, but the Widow Mine splash damage just did horrible damage. Maybe he could have left the Widow Mines back here. I would have moved them down here. This is a perfect spot right there. Move the Marines in, done some damage, reinforcements come up, bang, Widow Mines take them all out. We've still got some Vikings attacking some Overseers, and we've got some Roaches running in, so two armies that will never be able to meet each other. Look at this, I think the Widow Mines even did splash damage to the Medivacs. That was just horrible. Terran's got his army up again. He's still using Widow Mines. Oh, you got to watch it, man. You saw what happened last time. I don't know if the Zerg purposely moved his Roaches in really close. I think he may have. Because the Roaches have a range of about 4, so they don't need to move right next to the Marines. But I think maybe he did that on purpose. He crowded his Roaches really close to the Marines, and the Marines took the splash damage. And of course, the Marines have bugger all health compared to the Roaches. The Roaches are 145 over 55 health for the Marines. And if he did that on purpose, I've got to say that's a stupendously good play on the Zerg's part. He used the Widow Mines against the Terran player, and the Terran player, I mean, he's doing a drop downs here, so let's see how this is doing. Not going to do, actually he might do a lot, because the Zerg player is got all his forces over here. It looks like the Terran's not going to make the same mistake again. I don't think maybe the Zerg didn't have an opportunity to sort of use the Widow Mines against him. He might have tried it, but no. And here we go. These Marines are not going to do too much, but these guys, there we go. He's got the Widow Mines in for defensive play for the reinforcing army, so that's beautiful. He's going to go in. He's going to take it out. Need to get those workers. Workers, are you trying to attack these guys? That wasn't a very good idea. And now the Widow Mines go in, attack the Roaches. The Marines clean up the Roaches. This is beautiful play here, but I think he's going to get a bit overwhelmed there. And it's unfortunate that these Widow Mines hit the Roaches because a bunch of Mutalisks came up behind, and I cannot even begin to describe the amount of searing agony that a bunch of Mutalisks would go through when they get hit by Widow Mines, because Mutalisks are great at grouping up, and Widow Mines are great at doing massive amounts of damage to anything that's grouped up. So a couple of Widow Mines in the right spot, you can lose 15-20 Mutalisks very, very easily. I am not kidding you. Let's see what's going to go here. These guys are going to push in, get taken out by the reinforcements, so that's all fine. This group still going to go in, go out, and yeah, the kicker, the Zerg player, is not too happy about 1-1 Marines taking out 1-1 Roaches. And yeah, well, I mean, you didn't have the numbers. You were going let's see, you had about 7-8 Roaches against this many Marines. I mean, the Marines are outnumbering you. If there's 2 Marines for 1 Roach, then I say, you know, beautiful. You definitely deserve to lose. 1-1, I think maybe the Roaches deserve to win, but he never really had that sort of Roach advantage. And Roaches cost more as well, 75 minerals and 25 gas versus the 50 minerals of the Marines, so there were definitely way more Marines on there, so I'm not sure this comment is really that warranted. But anyway, moving through this game, very good job by the Terran. He's actually got 2 upgrades by the end of the game, so very good upgrading. The Zerg player looks like he was close to at least 2 for weapons. I don't know if there are any Roaches left for me to look at their upgrades. Are there any Roaches left? No, it's just Mutas who had 1 attack, and these Vikings had nothing, but that's fine because they're just Overlord hunting. And yeah, very good game, very good game. Definitely some nice pushes from the Marines. So I'd say some good use of Widow Mines. The Widow Mines definitely did some nice damage, but I gotta say the moment of the game for me was when he set the Widow Mines down and the Roaches closed in right next to the Marines, and the Widow Mines splash damage wiped out the Marines. That was just, that is a 100% Masters League trick in there, and that's the sort of thing I love to see in games when people commentate them, because you see that and you're just like, that is why this player is in Masters League. He thinks outside the box, and he pulls that sort of shit off, and it just works so beautifully. So anyway, congratulations for that move for Kicker, but overall congratulations to Xenos for this very well played game. This is very, very well played Marine Marauder strategy, mainly the Marines, but just the pushes and the medevacs and all that sort of stuff, and the use of widow mines. Very well done, got the job done, and pushed the Zerg player back. So thank you very much for watching this game, and this has been Hairy Muppet. And if you like this game, please subscribe, you know, because why not? Why not? It takes approximately 3 seconds, I believe, to subscribe. This is the top right side of the video or something like that. And I mean, when you really think about it, 3 seconds, you know, you could possibly be doing something else, but I know for like 99.999% of you, it's probably 3 seconds that you won't miss that much. And of course you get to find out about all my wonderful videos when they start coming out. So there you go. Please subscribe if you feel you can afford those 3 seconds, and I'll catch you guys later.